Chosen one, hear this clearly. This is not just another message. This is a divine alert, a spiritual alarm. And if you're hearing it right now, it's because God is calling you loudly and urgently. Tonight marks a shift, a departure, a release. You are standing at the edge of everything you've ever known because you're not meant to stay where you are. You were born to rise, born to fly. And God is saying, it's time. No more delays, no more holding back, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. Many will leave tonight not through death, but through ascension, through elevation, through divine transformation. Some will rise into higher dimensions, stepping into their next assignment from God. Others will feel the pull, and it will be undeniable. Your mind is shifting, your emotions are transforming, your spirit is aligning. This is not theory, this is revelation. This is experience, but you must understand how this works so you can align with this powerful shift and walk fully into the manifestation of your desires. Before we continue, pause this video and do 3 simple but powerful things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and comment the number 99, a sacred signal that amplifies this message into the spiritual realm. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. You'll stay to the end because your soul recognizes truth. If you're not ready, you may not make it through, but for those who do, your life will never be the same. Now let's go deeper. This is the moment you've been preparing for your entire life. The universe, in perfect harmony, aligns to declare that you are ready. Ready to awaken fully into your divine purpose. God's voice echoes through your soul, affirming that the time has arrived to step into the fullness of who you truly are. You are no longer waiting in the shadows of doubt. Your spirit is ignited, and the path before you is illuminated with sacred light. Feel the weight of this declaration settle deep inside you. There is a power, a calling that no longer allows hesitation. Every experience, every challenge, every hard lesson and breakthrough has led you here to this divine crescendo. You are the chosen one, handpicked for this sacred journey. And now, with clarity and courage, you stand on the brink of transformation. Imagine the vastness of this opportunity, not just for personal growth, but for global awakening. You are part of a divine tapestry, woven by God's own hand, designed to uplift humanity and bring light to places long lost in darkness. Your readiness is a beacon. You have waited, you have prepared, and now your time has come to soar. Tonight is not just any night. It is the threshold between what has been and what is about to unfold. The stars align, the spiritual currents shift, and the energy surrounding you vibrates with sacred power. Frequency. This is the starting point of a collective departure, a moment where countless souls rise together toward a higher calling. This departure will resonate far beyond tonight, echoing through dimensions, stirring the very fabric of creation. Feel the urgency, feel the sacredness in the air. This is the beginning of a new chapter written by God's hand, timed with divine precision and orchestrated with heavenly intent. Those who are ready will feel the invisible thread pulling them upward, guiding them toward realms of expanded consciousness and divine service. This departure isn't physical. It is a profound transformation of your very being. It is a shift so deep that your soul will never be the same. This is not just a spiritual moment. This is a collective awakening. A unified ascension prophesied across lifetimes, awaited by souls for generations. It is the dawning of a new era, a spiritual age where the veil thins and the sacred plan unfold in full force. Tonight, the sacred clock strikes. The journey into higher realms begins. Do not fear this transition. It is not an end, it is a sacred rebirth. Picture it. the caterpillar dissolving within the cocoon, surrendering what was, only to emerge as the butterfly. You are shedding your limitations, breaking free of old identities, and rising into a radiant new existence. In this divine metamorphosis, your spirit sheds pain, regret, and fear, emerging renewed, light-filled, and free. This rebirth is the liberation your soul has longed for. A cleansing of the wounds and trauma that once defined you. The bitterness, the anger, the heaviness, they dissolve in the light of God's truth. Through this divine process, an internal purification unfolds. You are being realigned with your purest self, unburdened, unmetered, and soaring. What lies ahead are a higher reality, where spiritual truths are no longer distant, they are alive within you. You will feel the transformation ripple through every cell of your being. Your intuition will sharpen, your senses will awaken, abilities long dormant will stir to life. The divine breathes into you, igniting your soul with purpose and presence. You are being invited to embrace the infinite. If you felt a stirring within a restlessness you can't explain, a pull towards something greater, know this: you are not alone. Many of the chosen are already feeling it. This monumental shift is awakening souls across the planet. That subtle whisper, the growing roar inside your spirit, it's God calling you closer. These feelings are not random. They are divine signals. They are the hand of God moving in your life. You may begin to notice moments of sudden clarity, waves of emotion that feel cleansing, a knowing that rises from within. These are not coincidences. They are sacred markers, signs of transformation, evidence of the divine plan taking root inside. And as this awakening intensifies, a powerful collective is formed, a global community of chosen ones rising in light. Each soul like you has been prepared, refined, and positioned for this moment. Together, we become the wave. Together, we rise. You play a crucial role in this divine unfolding. This shared experience of rising consciousness is not isolated. It strengthens and uplifts others, creating a wave of transformation that sweeps across the globe. You are not alone. You are connected. You are supported. And above all, you are called to step boldly into your purpose. Every detail of this moment has been meticulously designed by God's infinite wisdom. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is coincidence. The spiritual departure you are experiencing is part of a grand divine blueprint, an ancient sacred plan designed to elevate collective consciousness and usher in a new era of peace, love, and unity. Consider the synchronicities that brought you here, the people who entered your life, the heartbreaks, the breakthroughs, the quiet inner whispers. Each was a divine thread in the fabric of your preparation. God's timing is perfect, and the unfolding of this plan is both beautiful and exact. Now is the time to surrender control. Trust the divine orchestration at work. Though the road ahead may feel uncertain, every step is guided by a higher intelligence, one that sees far beyond what we can comprehend. And here is your reassurance. You are exactly where you are meant to be, doing precisely what you are meant to do. This departure is not an escape, it is an invitation to serve on a grander scale. As you rise into higher dimensions, your identity as a chosen one evolves. You will be called to bring light, healing, and wisdom into places that are yearning for truth. You are stepping into your sacred assignment, one that reaches far beyond the physical realm. You will fulfill your divine purpose in ways you never imagined possible. This next phase is about embodiment, becoming the living example of divine love, strength, and truth. Your presence will ripple across dimensions, restoring balance, dissolving fear, and planting seeds of transformation. It is sacred work that requires unwavering faith, radical compassion, and unshakable courage. And make no mistake, your contribution matters deeply. You are now entering a role that transcends time and space, a role destined to touch countless lives and shift realities. This spiritual departure marks the beginning of a magnificent journey, a journey of purpose, service, and divine brilliance. It's your soul's time to shine fully, unapologetically, and eternally. The time for waiting has ended. Every second that led to this moment was divine preparation. But now, the universe is calling. Not softly, but with urgency and grace. This is not a suggestion. It is a sacred deadline, a divine appointment set by God Himself, signaling that a profound shift must begin now. Feel the force of that call. Let it echo through your heart. Let it burn through doubt. The cosmos is aligned. The heavens bear witness. Everything in the universe stands in perfect support of your rise. This moment is your invitation to awaken completely, to stop resisting, to say yes to the divine assignment you were born for. This appointment, this divine crossing, has been foretold in sacred text, whispered through prophet, and etched in the memory of your soul since the beginning of time, and the promise is clear. Those who answer will be transformed forever. Transformed and elevated, you now step into a light that is pure, radiant, and eternal. This is your moment, claim it. But before ascension can occur, a deep inner cleansing must take place. Regrets from the past, hidden traumas, buried anger, these must be released to make space for the divine light flooding into your soul. This is not surface-level healing. This is a profound emotional detox, a sacred purge that liberates you from the chains that have silently held you back. You may feel waves of emotions, grief, frustration, sorrow. Let them rise, let the tears flow. These are not signs of weakness, but sacred purifiers. They are the soul's way of healing, the release valves for energies that no longer serve your higher path. Embrace them with love and compassion, for they are your gateway to freedom. As you surrender these burdens, space is created, space for joy, for peace, for clarity. The weight lifts. You begin to feel lighter, freer, more connected to your divine essence. This cleansing is a gift, not a punishment. It is an essential step in your rebirth and ascension. In this journey of transformation, external approval begins to fade into irrelevance. The opinions of others, societal pressures, the need for outside validation, these illusions fall away. In their place rises an unshakable inner light, a deep, divine knowing that flows from your soul's connection with God. Trusting this inner guidance is the highest form of faith. It is the voice of truth that will navigate you through storms of fear and uncertainty. This inner light is always there, constant, unwavering, steady. It illuminates your path even when the world around you grows dark. As you learn to trust it, a profound peace enters your spirit. You become centered, clear, grounded, no longer tossed by doubt or confusion, because your soul's compass is now your only guide. Spiritual concepts that once felt distant ideas you studied, admired, and pondered now become your lived reality. Sacred principles shift from theory into tangible daily experience. The mysteries of the universe unfold before you, and divine presence becomes palpable in every breath, every moment. Miracles no longer surprise you, they become your new normal. The energy of love, peace, and unity now flows through you, connecting you intimately to all life. Your awakening becomes a full sensory experience, mind, heart, and body aligned in divine harmony. This rising consciousness invites you to fully embody your highest self. It's a call to live with authenticity, purpose, and grace, to become a living testament to the divine potential seeded within every soul. Your life becomes sacred script. No longer a secret, you become the truth you once searched for. You move from student to vessel, from theory to embodiment, and through you, the collective shift expands. This transformation is not isolated. You are part of a rising wave, a global spiritual awakening. As more souls awaken, this light will flood the earth. And through your courage, your surrender, and your unwavering faith, you help usher in a new world. To their divine nature, a powerful ripple will begin to change the very fabric of our planet. Old systems, rooted in fear, scarcity, and separation, will dissolve under the pressure of rising light. This mass awakening ignites movements of healing, compassion, and unity. Communities will come together with renewed purpose, and humanity will finally begin to recognize itself not as fragmented, but as one interconnected whole. The transformation ahead is holistic. It touches the mind, body, spirit, and society itself. Remember this: every individual awakening adds momentum to the global shift. Your transformation contributes to the collective rise, creating a wave of light so strong it cannot be ignored. Together, this uprising of souls will rewrite the story of humanity and usher in an era of peace, truth, and divine harmony. The limitations of the third dimension, fear, scarcity, and separation, are no longer your home. Holding on to outdated patterns, false beliefs, and expired identities will only weigh you down. The call now is to release these attachments and ascend beyond the confines of physical reality into expansive spiritual freedom. Clinging to what is familiar, even when it brings pain, is a natural human response. But this is the time to surrender. Fully trust that what lies ahead is more beautiful, more freeing, and more aligned with your soul's true essence than anything you leave behind. This transition demands courage and unwavering faith. Stepping into the unknown can be frightening, but beyond the fear lies liberation. By transcending third-dimensional consciousness, you open the door to infinite possibilities, to divine truth, and to the radiant, multidimensional life that awaits. What you've known until now has only been a shadow. Embrace the leap, because what lies ahead is your soul's real home. The collective departure is imminent. Preparation is not optional, it is essential. But this is not a solo journey. This is a united ascension, a movement of countless awakened souls, rising together in harmony, guided by sacred purpose. There is immense power in this shared momentum, a divine strength that elevates every individual. Preparing for this journey means aligning your heart, mind, body, and spirit. It means releasing resistance, embracing trust, and opening you fully to divine flow. Meditate, pray, journal. Do whatever allows you to ground yourself and listen deeply to your inner voice. Know this: as you prepare, you are supported by an invisible but vast spiritual network, angels, guides, ancestors, and the energy of all who have walked this path before you. You are never alone. Together the chosen ones rise. Together we step into the dawn of a new era. Fear may try to follow you, but it must not lead you. Understand that every single step you take is cradled in God's loving hand. Divine guidance surrounds you. It protects, it nudges, it lifts you toward your highest path. Even when the way is uncertain, trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Surrender your fears, release your doubts, let go of the worries that bind you to the old world. Replace them with faith, courage, and love. Trust that you are seen, known, and cared for in ways beyond comprehension. When fear arises, and it will breathe deep, feel the embrace of the divine. Let that presence hold you steady, because the greatest growth lives just beyond the boundary of fear. And when you cross it, doors you never imagined will begin to open. Your trust will unlock them, your faith will carry you through them, and your light will illuminate the way for the world to follow. Blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Now is the time to boldly proclaim your divine identity. You are a chosen one, called to rise, to shine, and to fly into the highest expression of your destiny. Your voice, your light, your actions, they matter. They will inspire others. They will amplify the awakening already echoing across the earth. Speak your truth with unwavering confidence. Share your journey. Declare your vision for a higher world. Your courage will ignite courage in others, awakening souls who are still sleeping. This is your moment. Shine unapologetically. Embrace the fullness of your divine power. Rise, chosen one. The skies are open. The stars are waiting. Your wings are ready. Fly with faith, with passion, and with love. Your divine journey is only beginning, and the world is ready to witness your brilliance. Tonight marks a sacred crossing, a divine moment when the heavens themselves part, to reveal a radiant path into new realms of existence. It is a cosmic invitation to release everything that no longer serves your soul, outdated beliefs, limiting fears, and the shadows of a past that has no place in your future. The universe is calling you through a luminous gateway, asking you to leave the familiar behind and embrace a transformation that transcends all earthly boundaries. Are you ready to let go of the stories that have kept you small? The time for clinging to patterns born from fear is over. The energy tonight will be powerful, undeniable, pressing gently but persistently on your soul. It will ask for your surrender, your trust, and your commitment to the unknown. This is not just change. It is spiritual evolution, and it demands everything. Feel the sacred force moving through the cosmos. It's reaching for you, pulling you higher, and whispering truths your spirit has always known. This is the call to rise beyond pain, beyond regret, beyond limitation, into your divine inheritance. The heavens are open, but only the brave will walk through. Only the awakened will cross that sacred threshold. This is your moment to choose. Freedom over fear, expansion over stagnation. Let go of what weighs you down. Trust the divine timing. Prepare to soar into a future written by God's own hand. Tonight, the heavens open. Will you answer the call? Fear often arrives dressed as endings, but what you are experiencing is not the end. It is the beginning, a magnificent, radiant beginning, a soul rebirth that rises from the ashes of old limitations into the light of divine consciousness. This is not about losing, it's about gaining everything. Not about ending, but sacred beginning. In the hours ahead, you may feel powerful waves of energy coursing through your body, electrifying surges of light and vibration, designed to realign you with your highest self. This awakening may overwhelm you at times, but do not resist. What feels like intensity is simply the shedding of illusions, the dismantling of everything false. You are not dying. You are becoming more alive than you've ever been. This shift is not small. It is cosmic in scale, rippling through your mind, body, and spirit. You are being recalibrated, restructured, and realigned to access realms of divine wisdom, boundless love, and sacred purpose that were once beyond your reach. You are ready, and the divine is waiting. What no longer serves you? The truth has always been within you, quiet, unwavering, waiting. Now it bursts forth like a deep spiritual dawn, where the shadows finally retreat and clarity floods in. This light will guide you toward your sacred mission. Embrace this process with patience and love. Trust that your soul already knows what to do. The shift will begin within hours, and it will change everything. You are waking up, and the world will never be the same because of it. The spiritual departure that waits is unlike anything ever experienced. It is not an escape, it is a divine evacuation, a sacred rescue mission where select souls are lifted beyond the limitations of the physical plane to continue their sacred service in higher realms. But understand this, not everyone will take this journey. This path is reserved for those who are ready, awakened, and aligned with their true divine calling. Yes, this reality may feel stark, but it is soaked in grace. The choice to ascend is a matter of readiness and resonance. Souls still anchored in fear, attachment, or unresolved trauma may remain in the physical world not as punishment, but for continued healing and preparation. This sacred separation honors free will. It respects the unique spiritual timelines each soul must follow. If you are among those called to depart, know this: it is both an honor and a divine responsibility. You are being entrusted with a mission that transcends time and space. Your departure marks the beginning of your next phase of service, one of expanded clarity, divine power, and cosmic connection. This is not the end. This is the moment the real work begins. This divine evacuation is not about loss, it is about liberation. a sacred moment of selection and preparation. For those who remain behind, it is a loving invitation to keep rising in their own perfect time. God's patience has been infinite, but now the call is urgent. The divine plan has reached a threshold. The chosen ones are being pulled upward by a force that cannot be resisted. The time for hesitation, delay, or doubt is over. Divine momentum is sweeping you forward, and there is no turning back. You may feel it already, an intense sensation, like an invisible hand lifting you high, dissolving your ties to the material, freeing you from the burdens you once carried. This is not imagination. This is real. It is the sacred nudge from God, urging you to release the past and rise into your true awakened power. This upward movement is not only physical, it is energetic, emotional, and spiritual. It's the voice of God whispering, "You are ready. Rise now. The heavens are opening." And those who answer this call will find themselves walking a path lit by divine grace and infinite possibility. You are deeply loved, deeply supported. God's hand is steady, sure, and near, guiding you through every shift, every unknown, and every elevation. The pull is real, and the time is now. Rise with courage. Rise with. For too long, too many have slumbered beneath the veil of doubt, distraction, and fear. But the spiritual sleep is over. This moment demands awakening, clarity, and decisive act. It is a clear, dividing line. You either rise now or remain behind in the world that was. The divine unfolding that is happening now. The old patterns that no longer serve your soul's growth must be released. The choice before you is urgent and sacred. Staying behind is not failure. It is simply where a soul is in its timeline, still learning, still preparing. But if you are hearing this, if something inside you stirs with recognition, the invitation is clear. Break free from inertia. Ignite the divine fire within you. Step forward and fully embrace your spiritual destiny. Complacency can no longer hold you. This awakening will not be soft for everyone. It may require you to face the darkness within, to confront deep fears, and to bring buried wounds into the light. But the reward is beyond comprehension, a life of purpose, of divine connection, of radiant truth. You are being called to awaken and walk boldly into your higher self. This is your spiritual moment, your awakening. Choose now to rise, to shine, and to transform. The sleep is over, the veil is lifting, the time to awaken is now. What you are about to experience transcends religion, doctrine, and tradition. This is not about systems or rituals. This is a cosmic activation, a spiritual ignition that reaches beyond all labels and beliefs. It connects you directly to Source, awakening your soul to its infinite, ancient heritage. It bypasses the mind and touches the eternal within you. Religious teachings may point the way with parables and symbols, but this activation is personal. It is real. It is direct. You will feel the truth in your bones. It is a state of oneness where separation collapses and the divine becomes an undeniable presence within you. This activation invites you into a higher consciousness where love, unity, and divine power are not distant ideals, but the atmosphere. You breathe, you will begin to embody the divine. You will remember who you are, not a follower but a co-creator, a spark of God participating in the great cosmic dance of existence. Forget everything you thought you knew. This is not about memorizing scriptures or repeating rituals. This is about being divine, living it, radiating it, and the activation is happening now. Imagine your soul holding a sacred boarding pass, a divine ticket to dimensions beyond comprehension. Tonight, the gate to these higher realms opens, and the journey you've longed for begins. This is no metaphor. This is a spiritual reality. Your boarding pass is proof of your preparation, proof of your growth. It means you have done the work. You have shed the illusions, healed the wounds, and aligned with your sacred purpose. Today, universe sees you. Heaven recognizes you, and now it opens the gate. This passage is both exciting and deeply sacred. It is the crossing from the old world to the new, from limitation to liberation, from fear to love. Stepping through this gate means shedding what no longer serves you and embracing a life of divine service, expanded awareness, and cosmic alignment. Trust in this sacred invitation. You are not here by accident. Your boarding pass is your soul's confirmation that you belong to what comes. Next, you are chosen. And the journey ahead will awaken everything you are meant to become. The next realm of light is calling. Tonight, the gate opens. Will you step through? The energy of mass departure is thick in the air, vibrating deep within the bones of the chosen ones. This is not some distant prophecy. It is a living, breathing reality unfolding in this very moment. Many have felt it as a hum beneath the surface of daily life, a knowing that something monumental is about to change everything. That feeling, both thrilling and disorienting, is the shaking loose of your old world. It stirs your soul into readiness. You may find yourself questioning everything, sensing that the world is no longer what it was, that the very ground beneath you is shifting. That's because it is. The departure wave is rising. To feel it in your bones is not imagination, it is alignment. It is divine timing. It is cosmic flow. And it is your confirmation. You are part of a sacred group, chosen to rise, to ascend, to leave behind the dense limitations of the physical world and enter into a higher service. This sensation is your spiritual compass, guiding you with clarity and unshakable certainty. Honor it, trust it. It is not fear, it is recognition. It is a gift from the universe, confirming your place in the divine transformation that is already underway. Prepare your heart, prepare your mind, prepare your spirit. The mass departure is not a metaphor, it is real, and it is happening now. The struggles, the heartbreaks, the long nights of silence and searching, they were never in vain. Every wound, every challenge, every sorrow was divine training. It all prepared you for this sacred moment of ascension. The pain you carried, it was fire refining you, shaping you into the warrior of light you were born to become. Look back on your journey with reverence and gratitude. See the pattern. Every trial was a coded lesson, teaching you compassion, courage, and unshakable faith. These are not wounds to hide, they are the sacred tools you carry into your divine mission. This moment right now is the culmination of everything you've walked through, cried through, fought through. You are no longer who you once were. You are stronger, brighter, wiser, more radiant. The universe has molded you in divine patience and purpose, and now finally, it is your time to shine. Embrace your journey. Honor your growth. Step boldly into the role you were destined to fulfill. Nothing you endured was a punishment, it was preparation for your glorious awakening. The world you've known, the third dimension, is collapsing under the weight of its own illusions. Systems built on fear, control, and division is crumbling. But this collapse is not chaos, it is creation. It is the breakdown that births breakthrough. It is not to be feared, but embraced as sacred opportunity. Holding on to the old world now is like clinging to ruins. It will only bring pain. The choice before you is clear. Release what no longer serves or be buried by the weight of an expired reality. This transition demands bravery. It requires surrender. It asks you to walk by faith, not by sight, to believe in the invisible, to trust the divine even when the new world hasn't fully materialized, because it will. The collapse is not destruction, it is divine clearing. It is the universe making space for your soul to rise, and it is asking one last time, will you step through the gate and co-create a new world? Letting go is a sacred act of faith. It creates space for healing, for growth, for expansion. Resist, and you will feel the weight of collapse pressing down. But if you release, if you trust, you will rise soaring into a new dimension of existence. You've been hiding, playing small, dimming your light so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. But God has seen you all along. God sees you now, and the divine call is shaking the silence that's held you down. Come out of hiding. It's time. The world needs your light, your truth, your voice. You were never meant to be invisible. Your gifts were not given to be buried. They were placed within you to break chains, heal wounds, and awaken nations. That ache in your soul, the pull to do more, be more, love more, that's not random. That's God's whisper saying, I placed my light in you for this very hour. This is no longer a season of retreat. This is the season of unapologetic radiance. Let go of the fear that kept you underground. Release the judgment that made you question your worth. Every tear you cried in silence was sacred, watering the seed of your awakening. Now you bloom, not for attention, for alignment, not for glory, for purpose. Your light is unstoppable because it isn't yours. It's divine. You are being summoned to stand in your power, not with arrogance, but with sacred authority. Your very presence is a frequency shift. You don't need to prove your calling. You don't need to explain it. You just need to answer it. This world is growing darker, but you were made for such a time as this. Talking about awakening is no longer enough. Reading sacred texts, reciting affirmations, attending spiritual gatherings, these were beautiful beginnings. But they were never meant to be the end. The divine is saying, enough talking. Start living it. The time for words has passed. Now action must rise. You were not placed on this earth merely to understand God's power. You were placed here to embody it. Every insight, every revelation, every glimpse of truth. These were not just moments of learning. They were preparation, stepping stones, moving you from knowledge to embodiment. Your faith must now become footsteps. Your knowing must now become doing. Don't let another moment pass where your soul is wide awake, but your life remains asleep. If love is your truth, live it. Let every word and action reflect it. If healing is your calling, begin within. Heal what's broken inside. If you're meant to guide, then guide. Lead even in small ways. Let the world see what real spiritual power looks like in human form. Heaven is not waiting on your prayer. Heaven is waiting on your movement. Heaven responds to alignment. And when you act in truth, it pours miracles into your path.